Hello students, we are now in chapter 2 and the name of the chapter is Spreadsheet, Functions and Charts. So in this chapter basically we will discuss about various types of functions and charts. But this lesson is about a general idea regarding spreadsheet. So what is spreadsheet? A spreadsheet is a piece of paper or an electronic document in which data are arranged in rows and columns of a grid and can be manipulated and applied in calculations. Spreadsheets and worksheets are the same, but spreadsheets and workbooks are different from each other. I already told the definition of spreadsheet. Now you should know about workbook. A workbook is a collection of one or more different worksheets or spreadsheets that are accessed through the tabs at the bottom of the spreadsheet which is currently in use. Like this one, I have opened this Microsoft Excel application program and this is a worksheet or a spreadsheet. Now at the bottom of this you can see there are 3 sheet tabs, number 1, number 2, number 3. So right now we are watching sheet 1, so sheet 1 is opened, and if I click on sheet 2 then we can work on worksheet number 2, and if I click on sheet 3 then we can work on worksheet number 3. So by default a workbook contains 3 spreadsheets. Okay, so now let's get back to the discussion regarding spreadsheet. First one is cell. A cell is the smallest unit of a spreadsheet which is formed at the intersection of a row and a column. Each cell has its own address, and the address of a cell is composed of the column level and column level followed by the row number. As you can see, these are known as column level: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, etc. These are the column levels, and these are the row numbers. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the row numbers. So for example, if the cell address of a cell is B7, suppose this one, as you can see the cell address is displayed here, B7. So if the cell address of a cell is B7, it means the cell is formed at the intersection of column B, this is column B, and row 7, this is row 7. Okay, so column B and row 7 intersected to get the cell B7. Similarly, if I consider this cell, this one, then as you can see the cell address is E3 because the cell is formed at the intersection of column E and row 3. So E3 is the cell address. As you can see, this one, E3 is the cell address. Now active cell. The cell which is selected is known as active cell. Like here, by default cell A1 is selected, so by default A1 is the active cell. So if I select this one like G4, then G4 is active cell, and the active cell has a darker boundary around it. As you can see, it is distinguished from other cells. Okay, so now range of cells. It is a group of cells. A range of cells is a group of cells that have been selected continuously, like this one. So this one is a range of cell because these cells are selected continuously, as you can see here. Okay. So a range of cell is specified by the address of the first cell, then the colon, then a colon is given, and then the last cell of the range, then the address of the last cell of the range. Like if I select continuously this group of cells, then as you can see the first cell is A1, okay, and the last cell is this one, K5. So if I write in the cell reference box, that is, so A1, then colon, I am writing in capital letter, A1 colon, colon is known as range operator, okay, colon is known as range operator. So A1 colon, suppose H5, then see what happens. I am clicking enter. Yes, when I pressed enter, then you can see the range of cells are selected. So first cell address is A1 and the last cell address is H5. This is the last cell, and as you can see the address is last 5, and this is the first cell, address is A1. So the address of range of cells is specified by the address of the first cell colon the address of the last cell in the range. Okay. Now a range of cells forms a shape of a rectangular box. As you can see, if I select this one forms a shape of rectangle. This one also form a shape of rectangle. This one also form a shape of rectangle. So a range of cells always form a shape of a rectangular box. Okay. So I already mentioned that a cell range forms a shape of rectangular box, and it consists of a few cells. It consists of an entire row, or it consists of an entire column, or it consists of the whole worksheet. Okay, the whole worksheet or spreadsheet can also be contained in a range of cells. Okay, so a range of cells can be formed in two different ways. I am telling again, a range of cells can be formed in two different ways. Number one, by using mouse, and number two, by using keyboard. But in this lesson we shall concentrate on selecting a range of cells by using mouse only. That means we will not use keyboard, we will use mouse only. So in this lesson basically we will learn four things. Number one, how to select an entire row. Number two, how to select a part of the row, a part of a row. Number three, how to select an entire column. And number four, how to select a part of a column. That means not the entire column, a part of the column. Okay, so number one, we will see here how to select an entire row. So to perform this task, you need to follow some steps. Number one, at first you need to bring the mouse pointer to the row header. Which one you want to select? Suppose I want to select row number 10. So I will bring my mouse pointer to the row number 10. I hope you can see it properly. Okay. And now the mouse pointer the left mouse button I will click. So I am clicking. As you can see, this mouse pointer, the cell pointer from plus sign to the arrow sign, it is changed, isn't it? The black arrow, as you can see, the cell pointer is here, and whenever I put the mouse cursor to the row header 10, then as you can see, this is changed to an arrow, isn't it? So if I click this one, if I click the left mouse button, then as you can see here, the entire row 10 is selected. Okay, entire row 10 is selected. So in this way, an entire row you can select. So a range of cell can be an entire row, because whenever we select the row, all the cells are selected continuously, isn't it? As you can see, continuously selected. Now we will learn how to select a partial range in a row. That means not the entire row, we will select a cell range which is a part of a particular row. So the process is same. At first we will select the row number 10. As you can see, row number 10 I am selecting following the previous way. So row number 10 is selected. Okay, and now I will click the left mouse button. I will click the left mouse button to the first cell that I want to select in the partial range, suppose this one. Okay, and then I will drag my left mouse button till the cell address that I want to select, that I want to consider as the last cell, suppose J10. So as you can see, in row number 10, the whole row is not selected, but a part of the row is selected. That means a partial range is selected. So continuous, these cells are continuous. So the cell address of this cell will be, as you can see, the first cell is F10 and the last cell is J10. So the cell address of this cell range is F10 colon J10. Is that clear? Now number 3, we want to select the entire column. And entire column I want to select. Suppose I want to select this I column. So in the same way, I will put the mouse pointer to the column level of that column which I want to select, entirely select. Okay, so suppose I want to select the I column, and I put the mouse pointer to the column level of that column, as you can see in I, and the mouse pointer changes to a black arrow. Okay, so I am clicking the left mouse button. So the left mouse button is clicked, and as you can see, the entire column is selected, entire I column is selected. Okay, now in the same way, I will select a part of I column. That means a partial range in the I column. So here the entire column is selected and all cells are selected continuously. So that's why a range of cells can also be an entire column. Okay, now I want to select the partial range in the I column. So in the same way, at first the I column will be selected. So I selected the I column, and then suppose I want this cell I6 as the first cell, and then I will drag my left mouse button downward to the last cell that I want to select for the cell range. Suppose the last cell is I15. So as you can see, the entire column is not selected, but a partial range in the I column is selected. So the first cell is I6, as you can see, I6, and the last cell, as you can see, I15. Okay, so basically what I want to tell in this lesson is that a range of cells can be an entire row or a part of a row, can be an entire column or a part of a column, or can be the full worksheet like this. A whole worksheet can also be a cell range. Okay, so that's all for now. In the next lesson, I will discuss about various types of referencing in spreadsheet.